are you thinking about?
A murderer?
Yeah?
Yeah. Popes. Gotta
You're
tip off
right,
about
Celeste's
immediately
voice
leaving
actress
Mars now.
is
Gonna pay a visit.
okay.
Yeah, it's not great.
Why are you doing this? It's not your fight. Just, I don't know.
Sounds so quiet, reserved.
It feels like
Never-
she's reading the
Everything's
script.
changed. The city's different now.
Like it's like they told her to speak softly, and she's like, "Okay, I'll just."
This
really
is it's like
assert-
they captured her while she's trying to memorize her
Mom and Dad were
lines.
friends with Pope. Organized
Sure.
protests, lobbied the mayor.
And that is being overly mean, admittedly, because it is it's not a terrible performance. I've heard worse. I've heard much
Max
worse.
said your mom died.
You can
But
always
it's
do
fine.
worse.
Killed during the downtown riot.
If you want to know bad voice acting, go play
Protest
Final Fantasy Type
marches
Zero.
went bad.
Oh my god.
I
The
started
voice
that
acting in
game, but I never
is
finished it.
terrible.
Well, pretty much fell
I changed it
apart.
to Japanese.
Dad never forgave himself, and I.
No, I'm talking about the English
home
dub.
soon after.
Yeah,
It's
no,
it's
I
god
don't.
awful.
I don't know what an English dub is. What are you talking about?
Guess I never really forgave him.
That's everything I started Japanese.
Well, the English dub talks about how when you play Pot of Greed, it lets you draw 2 cards.
You never
Oh, okay, yes.
He offered to train.
Most dub.
Felt like a good way off the street, so I took it. Not much else going for me.
What you're doing now, Faith, is the fastest.
You know, sorry that I deliver pizza, I guess.
They
So
got my sister
Yeah.
involved, so,
run.
and I need to clear her name.
I love the idea of pizza delivery boys just being just like running to deliver pizzas.
Well,
Survival is
we
overrated.
I do look at them whenever in the elevators because you have nothing else to do but look. But there are some pretty funny tabloid things on there. Like one of them is, "Are your children running?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "My children run all the time." What are you talking? It's like, "No, but are they capital R running?" It's like, "Oh, very different. Running's a
I love
proper
how
noun
one of
in
the
this
signs
universe.
is being runner is a fast nation with the color red.
Yeah. I just love when you read that though, and it's like, "Are your children delivering secret messages to each other?" And it's like, maybe. Like,
I
how would
mean, have
know?
you been 10? That happens to every kid
Yeah.
does.
It almost just like there's like someone
They're
who's
never
really
anything more
aware.
than I want some gum, but
It was super dumb. Again, gives insight to the universe. I would love to see more.
Hey,
of,
you're
but I
the
just
mayor of
found
the
it
city.
funny. Yeah, I did real well for myself in the
They
future.
spelled your name wrong, but you are the mayor of the city.
Yeah, I never got that corrected during the pre-roll campaign. Just kind of rolled with it.
Is that
There's
why
a
it's so
odd-
clean? Wait, why is it so clean if you're the mayor of the city?
Should be full of anime trash. I know. Hatsune Miku everywhere.
Nep nep.
Oh, Nep Nep. When are we going back to Nep Nep?
Never.
You never met If. It's got, her letters are IF, like our thing we do. Perfect for us. If meets If. Anyway, Mirror's Edge. I wish I had more to say about some of these sections, but some of them are just kind of lead-ups to set
this
pieces.
is still an okay section. Like, this is still where the game is good, but I did not care for this particular part of this level.
It's like I said, it's just slowly crawling from like this whole thing is great to it has moments. Now we're getting to the point where it's like it's you know it's faltering. It is funny like
you will
how
get
it's,
to the part where I start. There is a point in this game where I start hating it.
I do find it funny because like I feel like with an average game you have your low point where it's like the game's good and then it gets bad and then it gets good again. This game never recovers. It just gets worse.
It just gets as an over like there might be like spikes of goodness for like brief like sections, but as an overall trend, it does like just have a downward slope.
I find that so weirdly funny that it's like almost without question it just gets worse with every level.
And I hate admitting that.
Yeah, this game's not
I
perfect.
really hate saying that. It just fills me with sadness. Not anger, but sadness.
So sad.
Because I love this game, I love the concept, and I love, like, the early part of the game. It's so good. And even then, like, this part isn't terrible. It's fine, I guess. It's just...
what if we can read the Our Children running part?
It doesn't compare to the first few levels of this game, because they were just that good at just like, conveying the notion of you are moving at a high speed and you know how to act in this
There we go.
fast-paced world. Here we go. Here's some cool stuff. This still does feel slower than the other levels
Yeah.
in the game, and that's part of the problem. It's not the complete problem, but it's a part of it. Like if it was just this is slower and therefore it's worse, that would be one thing because that's just my problem. But like the level design itself starts to kind of falter. I wonder if it has to do with the fact this game was rushed towards the end.
I don't know. Like I guess theoretically it would be easier to make a shooting gallery than it would be to make like a rhythmic level.
Yeah, because there's
But-
a lot to consider when you talk about the overall flow of a level.
Because it's funny that you equate to a dance. I would always say like the closest genre this game might have. A lot of people say like almost like a puzzle game. I would say almost like a rhythm game too.
Yeah,
If you know what to do, it's just
like
knowing
I
the
said earlier,
moves.
it's kind of like a dance.
Yeah.
Like you and the level are dance partners in this, and
And the level gets really drunk later on and starts stepping on your toes.
by proxy, that means that it's a dance between you and the designers. The designers have set up this dance for you to perform, and they want to see how well you do at it. It's a duet. It's a two partner dance, and one partner falters towards the end.
See, wouldn't that be a duet? I don't know.
Duets are
terms.
when two people are singing, so that
No.
doesn't really.
It's
So the metaphor breaks down at that point.
fuck, I don't know, man. That's me
But you
anything
get
about
the
dancing.
metaphor. But you get the metaphor.
Ask me anything about Persona 4 dancing all night. I'm very familiar with dancing.
How does it suck?
Game fucking sucks.
I still
Fight.
haven't bought it.
By Hatsune Miku Project Eva F.
No. If I am buying a rhythm game, it's gonna be Persona 4 Dancing, which
God
is a shame
damn
because
it.
it's not a good one. But
Did
it's
you buy the bad one over the good one?
because the bad one's Persona 4. That's the problem.
You are the problem.
Yes, I am
You're
the
that
problem.
person.
That's why I'm
It's
doing
got
the responsible
Persona
thing and
4,
not
I was
buying
like, I'll
anything.
buy it.
I'm doing the responsible thing, Sam, and I'm not buying anything.
That's right. Brandon, I'm having an intervention. You have a Persona 4 problem.
Because I don't actually give that much about shit about the rhythm game genre. So, like, if they can't get the Persona 4 stuff that I want out of it right, then I have no reason to buy it.
Sure.
Because honestly, the dancing part is filler to me.
Well, the story sucks. That's the shitty part, though. It's the story. The dancing's fine.
That, like I said, like if that game were good, then the story part would be the great part, and the dancing would be okay filler. But like
Yeah.
they don't get the part that I want right, so I have no reason to buy it.
Man, video games suck this year.
Shut the fuck up. You and I both know that's not true.
That's right. Persona 4 Dance All Night, the only game I played this year. Therefore, video games sucked. That's my opinion. Anyway, fucking Mirror's Edge.
2015 was actually a really good fucking year in games.
So good that I still can't finish my wrap-up list because I have like 10 more games to write about.
It's not my fault you wrote an essay for each one.
Right, it's gonna be that good too. Each one is 5 paragraphs.
And then the sad part, audience, is he's not actually kidding. He's being dead serious.
Yeah, I'll link the article when it's done.
He'll probably have this whole season finished before he finishes that damn article.
Sounds like a challenge.
I'm daring you.
You know, the best part, Brain, is I can just not release this season until the article's done.
You can. You won't, but you can.
I mean, what's stopping me?
Sam, I know you too well.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because I just want to get this
Only
out of my
because I'd
face.
be on your ass if you did.
Yep, just passive-aggressive Skype messages all the time. Hey Sam, how's that uploading going? It's just one button, you know.
If you like, I can be active aggressive about it.
True, dude, better. Send me letters of dead birds on them. Upload the video.
Do you have a cat?
Yeah, but I don't like him.
That's
So,
okay.
cool.
He'll be my first victim.
Yeah, you can just kill him. Alright, now we're in the mall. Mall is yellow as all hell. All Banana Republic. Every single shop. So I don't think I ever took the time to read the ads. Recommended by Dr. Dave.
I love that
Mixertronic.
in this level we've kind of transitioned from being white with a fluorescent accent to being fluorescent with a white accent.
That basically shifts from here on out, unless I'm getting my levels confused. Like the ship is green with some white, the shark
Yeah.
is blue.
Like we start using white as the accent as the game progresses and less as the main color, which I find that very interesting as well.
Definitely seems like the art designers had some fun in that respect. Like, I do wonder if they found it interesting to work with that kind of limitation, where they were like,
It's
well, we can
also
only use these colors.
so visibly striking.
Especially in screenshots, like, depending on how you capture this game, it can look like concept art in a way. Because it just has such
and
like, a
I
lack
said,
of color.
you take a screenshot of this game, you know it's Mirror's Edge to take a screenshot of.
True.
There is no ambiguity there because of how stark this art style is compared to everything else in the genre, or in gaming even today.
I think at one point I saw like wallpapers from this game. They were on, or no, like screenshots in this game. They were on the paper wall.
Oh my god, this game
You
is
can't
so
go down these escalators, by the way. I tried.
This game wallpapers really well. Like you can take any still in this game and it will make a decent wallpaper. Might not be the best, but it will make a good one. And like the best screenshots will be fantastic wallpaper.
So funny thing about those escalators, that's the only like invisible wall that I can think of this entire game. Because enemies run up it, so I tried to run down. Doesn't work. Can't run down that way.
Oh, and the
It's well, like-
concept art in this game is phenomenal. I love
True.
the art for this game.
Oh, every time we do the roll.
See, now we've gone
Oof.
from yellow to blue. So we don't
Sort
make
of
any
a more
progress
gray
because the
instead of
color
white.
palette has changed.
Kind of went from like a stainless white to like more of a gray
Yeah.
with soft white.
I just love that they use the color palette not only to be a good accent and to be striking, but also to kind of check mark your progress. Like we know that we're going further to level because the palette has changed.
Or in this case, you'll know when you're going back, because it'll turn back to yellow.
Yeah,
When you go back into the mall area. In this case, it's yellow and blue.
it's a good way to use the same assets, but also to make it very clear that you're not in the same place. So
Fashion.
you notice these assets are all very similar to any of the levels, but it does feel like you're in a different place every time.
Certainly so. That's why I think it's interesting, or that's why I bet this game looks as good as it does even today. It's because they use such simple assets for like the entire game. Like the people look kind of dated, but like the environment still looks fantastic because it's so simple.
It fucking works, man.
That's why I'm super curious to see what Catalyst will look like, because that game will probably age very well if it uses a similar look.
I hope it does. I hope they remembered. I hope they learned from like what people said about this game. They're making Catalyst. Because
to wonder.
if that game suffers the same problems, I will be heartbroken.
I want that game to start out with a gun in your hand and then just have you like drop it immediately.
They've
Like, nah.
actually said that they're not going to have any guns. Faith will not be using any guns in that game.
It's
Period.
over.
End of discussion.
Or what if she like has a gun when you start out?
And I will hold
Doesn't
their
work.
feet to the fire on that one. Because if they're wrong, I'm gonna
We're putting
be
a
mad.
gun at the end because, you know, we're dice.